Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's video. My name's Rebecca of ArtistRebeccaLS, and this is the channel where we have fun with art. And today's video is two sketchbook tours, and we all remember the Canson graduate. Let's go. Okay everybody, so this is the drawing book of Canson graduate, and it is now completed. If you'd like to see my thoughts on the watercolour book, then click the video that's coming up. Not as good. This one isn't as bad. And then we've got the Le Franc Bourgeois sketchbook. And this has got 160 pages, and this has got 104 in the graduate. So let's do the graduate first. Didn't do anything on this because it doesn't lay flat. It was an annoying page. So I didn't do my best in here because the paper is better than the watercolour, and it does take water-based pens. But again, wasn't feeling it much. So I guess it helped me loosen up a lot because I just threw, without much care, things at it. Did the pro marker tests. It was more of a testing book. And then some intuitive art, acrylic markers and Neocolor 2s. And then Inktense black. Doing a lot more of the black and whites. There's a page torn out here because it's for sale in my art eBay shop. I take originals out of my sketchbooks and have them for sale. I think these two might come soon. Then I've got some portraits, some TV shows I watch. That was a meal. Yeah. I think a made-up meal. Because most is not reality that I draw. It is from my own art world. And that's what's available in my eBay shop. Explorer boxes and fragments that you can collect. This was a little bit too much detail, but it was a fireplace that I was trying to capture, but everything went a bit too dark, so the detail got lost. Like with this After 8. I did get the wrapper and everything, but again, it came out a little bit rigid. Working on words. Typography. And then more, it's all ink tints, really, majority of it. The bird tree in our garden with full of seed and the little birds coming on there. But the paper, it was much better, as I said, than the watercolour one. But would I buy it again? If it was gifted to me, I would use it. But I don't think I would buy it again unless I had a project that was, I don't know, maybe if I was working with children, possibly that's what I would do. Okay. And it was completed on the 20th of May. So that's that one. And then we do this one. This is 160 pages, A5, 110 GSM. And this is spiral bound. So I did a lot of testing with the R&F drawing oils. This was supposed to be dedicated just for that, but because it's spiral bound, I realise it's actually annoying when you need to do pushing things like oil, you know, it messes up. So then have another one. And what's so good about those R&F oils, I can put my hand all over it and nothing comes off now. I mean, it didn't before, but they dry perfectly. The same here. So this one, I thought it came out quite nice because just using all those colours, they were full colours, a titanium dioxide and an off-white one. It was kind of creamy, the beige, and then the raw umber. I was able to get the water scene, the land and the mountain and the sky. And then here, a weird house, and then a row of houses. As I said, I was trying to have a dedicated book, but because the more I used it with them, the harder it was getting for pushing, I eventually stopped. So here is like a blank because I was leaving it in case I followed on doing, which I did, a bit more I tried with the oils. I mean, I didn't do too bad, but it just was not going to be practical. And then on this one, I thought was nice. I had a go doing some sgraffito, which is scratching into. And while it was wet, I scratched in to create the texture. And I like the creaminess of it. It's smooth, nice blended effect. Again, I like how this came out because it was very minimal. There's two colours there. The house. So yes, I did fill in more than I thought, just using the oil. And this came out better, trying to do a bit more layers. seeing how the sketchbook could cope. And then I tested putting the oil down and letting it dry and seeing if I could draw on top of it. Now, I tried Inktense, graphite tone, which is Derwent's water-soluble graphite, and I tried ballpoint pen. And though they all worked, the ballpoint pen came out better, and I was able to draw or doodle a tree. And then again, nice creamy effect. So you can see from each one I show you of these that they each look different. Some are more creamy, some are more blended, and some are not. This one I was a bit too heavy on everything and nothing really wanted to blend. The brown doesn't like blending. You either have to put loads down to get a bit of a blend, because it's a very dry pigment, or mix with the white, and I had to put more white down. And basically, I discovered if I put white down first and then do the brown, it will be better. Whereas I put the brown down first, decided and discovered it wasn't moving. So I then put this white over the top, and it still wouldn't move the brown underneath. So I ended up with this effect. But again, if I want this effect for mist, I'll know what to do next time. So it's all about discovering and learning. One of the owls. And then I abandoned the R&F oils and went back to my watercolours. Still practising, trying to put a car in every now and then. And now with this, I was probably trying there's some texture here. So this is reminding me of my art graph, the tailored chalk block in sepia. And that's what I was doing, trying to get the effect of the R&F oils. Then trying to practice doing dogs. Well, this came out better than expected. And then this was inspired by a TV show we were watching. They were up high in a guard's tower or water tower, and I was just using one colour. And then this was testing. I made watercolour, and so I was saying 15 minutes of mulling. It's not long enough. You've got to do 20 minimum. And I hadn't made watercolour in ages. So, again, learning experience, because I'd recently bought my first proper muller, which is the glass mixing kind of gadget thing. Then I was practising doing vases. And then this was just my cleaning of my brush and swatching. Well, not really swatching. I don't swatch, actually. And then this vase. As you know, I am more intuitive. And then we've got Poirot. And then this was fun, using my new Kakamori stainless steel nib pen thing, dip pen, and all the effects and textures you can get. And it's so good for grasses and doing bamboo and things. This is the art graph again, from the looks of it, in sepia. Then a quick sketch of a made-up bird. TV show I was watching. Fridge. In one of my exploring places. Thought that came out not too bad. Again, this was from, it's a very fast observation sketch. Poirot was on, and I was seeing if I could quickly capture in ballpoint pen, and I did the same for another character in Poirot, just random. Now this is Inktense. Now this looks like graphite. Probably my art graph tin. Yeah. And so I did a few with the water-soluble graphite. You can see it's much paler than the black Inktense. Again, the art graph graphite. Some thumbnailing. Fireplace. Got a bit, trying to get the darkness here. I remember log's dark. It kind of, it's not as dark as I thought, which was good. I did get the effect I was trying to go for. And this, I'm not sure, I think it was a vending machine. Just a scribble. Time studies. This was it. It was 30-second timer, trying to do a car. Now, I'm not sure if I did this on Instagram or YouTube, I'm not sure. A 10-second car timer, that's how much I got. And then a 1-minute study. So I was a bit too far over, but I got quite a bit. So then I tried to capture Bruce Willis from Die Hard, but he's a bit too thin here. And then decided to turn the page so that you get more space for doing a longer vehicle. Oh, and this was a 5-minute study. So still using, oh no, I'm not now. This is now back to Inktense, the black. And like here. From now on, it's the black Inktense. So this was a study using my less dominant hand, so my left hand. And this was a 5 minutes, but I felt I had too much time, so it ended up being 3 minutes, 3 seconds. I felt I had more than enough time. It depends on the image. If it's easy, you'll get more done. and I was quite confident with that. This was a 1-minute time study. They were using my cards I had made, my prompt cards. A 2-minute study. A 10-second study. And a 30-second study. Just a random person. Again, random. This is watercolor. It's going into its little... I should have made this bit darker, because I wasn't sure. Sometimes when you look at it, you're thinking, is this another animal? But it is, in fact, supposed to be. Well, it's whatever you think it is. But my intention was to have this as the nest it's going into, and this is like the hill that the nest is in. But I needed to make it darker. And then using blue ballpoint pen, I was trying to capture the echo dot. And this was huge. And it was supposed to be a boat, you know, but you're looking straight on, like a fisherman's boat. And this is the graphite again. More of a Poirot, smaller version. And then this is a lady from Poirot. This is graphite. And then graphite again, like a wine bottle in a basket and some flowers. And then just some random items. Some graphite again. This went very pale. I think too much water was added. But there's a window here with the walls, windowsill, plants. A gramophone. Don't know the date of that. Then we do intuitive art. Now you may see these, I think, you may do. It might either be on my Instagram or they could be on my Patreon. So you'll have to check the links. And you can find the links in my Instagram and on YouTube. And using Neocolor 2s, by the way. This is, I think, Neocolor 2s plus standard watercolor. Then a better car. Derwent ink tints. Pink. Person sleeping. Just capturing. And this is definitely ink tints. I do like that. The black effect. And then trying to capture one of our dogs. And again. And then this was made up. And we've got random from my explorations. A random dog, not one of ours. Again, not one of ours, but an explored animal. This is a character from a TV show. Completely not recognisable. This is practicing another dog. Not one of ours. Character from a TV show, I imagine. Not sure. This is another dog, I think. Random balloons and flowers image. Some cups. Just random images. Trying to focus on hair sometimes. Lots of wildflowers here. And then this was interesting to kind of do some random marks and see what I could make from them. And a fish came out twice. This is from brush strokes, you see, where I had doodled and whatever, and out of that came this fish. It's almost like some of my portraits of random or made-up people can look like a criminal criminal sketch or something. And quite a lot of my work can be inspired by the ocean, the Cornish coast and everything. And then, having a go at my scapigliatas. I have to keep my hand in without. Another cute car. There we go. And this was upside down, but there. Or was it? Probably confused myself now. Yeah. There we go. And a cube. Trying to do some 3D. A mug. Well, cup. This was from a live news, Sky News. Something was going on. Oh, the Hunter virus. And there was a press conference on the Honduras or something. Canary Islands. I think it was the president. He was saying the boat's not coming here. But the boat still ended up going there. Not sure if this is a bag or something. Looks like it's got U on it from Super U, our local supermarket. Another burger. for my Explorer world. This was a new design. Old guy, young guy. So old guy's in the back of this tandem, and the young guy's pedaling, and the old guy isn't pedaling, and the young guy's doing all the work. Cute little van. Doing some texture work here to create the tree effect. A blender. A kettle teapot. Vase of flowers. A bee-eater bird. One of my made-up scenes for my explored worlds. And in fact, I think I may have done, this could be from a video, I'm not sure. I was using my cards I made, 3 of them together, to create a new picture. So we had the castle and things. So then we've got the seagull in different poses. What does it say here? A seagull from my memory. So, not having any reference at all. Some scribbly trees. We've got a tiny little dog here. And some thumbnailing. And that is it. Finished on May the 7th to May the 9th of 2026. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a like. And I'll catch you really soon. Bye. Let's take a look around my eBay art shop. Here we are on the front page. It's a new art shop, so I haven't got a lot of items listed yet. I'm being particular about what I'm listing. Now, there are original artworks directly from my sketchbooks. They are a real cherished item that I put for sale. And this is my first Explorer box, and it is full of lovely collected treasures that have been discovered while I've been exploring my art world. Lots of folded maps, handmade sketchbooks. I've done a logbook that has been hand-stitched, as well as concertina sketchbooks, and mini letters. Lots of fun little items. It's all original art and it's all collectible. And the link will be in my YouTube profile.